Hey, I am just a guy, I guess, and I have been issued a bold challenge from Crazy Amanda Reacts to do my first What If. Now, admittedly, I actually wanted to do another one before this one, but I feel like this one is easier. This is a what if about what if Carrie from the Stephen King book Carrie met Andrew, Matt, and Steve from Chronicle. Spoiler alert for the movie Chronicle. If you haven't seen that movie, go ahead and go and see it. And if you haven't seen any of the Carrie remakes or, the one from 1977, go ahead and watch those movies and this will probably make a lot more sense to you. Yeah, I'm a cue and intro, I guess.
And stranger than your sympathy, and all these thoughts you stole from me. And I'm not sure where I belong. Nowhere's home, and I'm all wrong. And I wasn't all the things I tried to make believe I was. And I wouldn't be the one to kneel before the dreams I wanted. And all the talk and all the lies were all the empty things disguised as me.
Once again, quick shout out to Crazy Amanda Reacts for recommending that I do this. And also Mama's Geeky. Well, Tessa from Mama's Geeky. And some inspiration also came from listening to some of my favorite What If channels. Masako X, Onokage, otherwise known as the King, Black All Might, and several others that I can't really name right offhand. Thank you all for inspiring me, and hopefully this one will be as interesting as you guys is, although I am going to do something a little bit different. But still, I've given this all some considerable thought, so I really do hope that you guys will appreciate this. So by all means, I'm going to go ahead and get on with the story.
CH1, at home and at school, rough morning. At Andrew's house. Why is this door locked? A voice asked as the camera turned on. I'm getting ready for school. The camera kid quickly answered back. Open the store, Andrew. The voice demanded. No. You're drunk. I said. Unlock the door. It is 7:30 in the AM, and you are drunk. Andrew stated. Don't tell me if I'm drunk or not, you little shit. Aren't you? There was silence for a moment. What are you doing in there? Huh? The voice asked, followed by a bang on his door. I'm filming this. Andrew answered. What did you say to me? The voice asked sternly. I bought a camera and I'm filming everything from here on out, Richard. There was silence again for a moment. Then Andrew heard footsteps walking away from the door. Andrew gave a small sigh of relief, then he walked over to his camera and turned it off. At Carrie's house. Carrie? Are you up? A voice asked behind her door. Yes, and I'm almost ready. Then get a move on at 7:30. Have you done your morning prayers? The moment I got up, that's the first thing I did. I just have to do a few things in the bathroom and then I'll be ready. She brushed her teeth, washed her face, but when she brushed her hair she looked in her mirror. While slowly brushing her hair she said to herself, I am beautiful, but looked down and frowned, cause deep down she didn't believe it. Then she heard a loud bang on her door, snapping her out of her moment of self-pity. Are you done in there? The voice asked again. Don't worry, Mama, I'm on my way out. Carrie answered as she grabbed all of her things and quickly ran to the door. She opened her door. She saw her mother standing there. There was silence for a moment when her mother gave her an impatient glare that made Carrie feel intimidated and uncomfortable. Let's just get to the car, little girl. Carrie nodded and followed, but kept her distance cause she noticed the Bible that her mother used to occasionally hit her with. As they pulled up to the school, Carrie's mother kissed her on the cheek and told her to have a good day. Okay, Carrie said as she got out of the car and shut the car door. Then she drove off. Carrie was feeling kind of lucky, all things considered. Her mother didn't strike her with that Bible and she wasn't locked in the closet for taking too long. With all that in mind, Carrie continued to walk to the school feeling fairly optimistic about the rest of her day. Till she heard very loud music playing behind her and her book bag was snatched from her. She looked behind her and saw Billy Nolan, the boyfriend of the girl that picks on Carrie every chance she gets. "Come on, Billy, give it back," Carrie said, already feeling irritated. "Sorry, but that's up to her now," he said as he passed the bag to his girlfriend Christine Hargensen. Then she gave Billy a disapproving look. Then Billy raised his eyebrows in surprise. "Come on, Billy. Let's cut her a break for once," Chris said, holding the book bag out to Carrie. Carrie walked over and she stretched out her hand to receive her book bag, but before she could, Chris threw it in a puddle. "No!" Carrie shouts as she ran over to get it, but when it was in her reach, a bus ran over it, splashing muddy water on Carrie's face. Chris pulled her boyfriend in for a kiss and said, "And that's how it's done." Carrie quickly picked up her book bag and looked inside to see the extent of the damage. At first it didn't look too bad. The books looked relatively fine other than them being a little wet, and there were also some broken pencils, but they could easily be resharpened. But when she looked deeper into the bag, she found a wet broken calculator and a wet flattened lunch. As hard as she tried to hold them back, she couldn't help but shed a tear or two. She dried her face as best as she could and quickly continued walking to the school. "At home and at school, this is my life, every day," she thought to herself. At school moments before Carrie arrived. "This is my school," Andrew said, narrating. Some other people stopped to pose in front of the camera. Then Andrew zoomed in on some posters that had a student on it that said "Vote for Steve for senior class president." They appeared to be everywhere. Then a black girl with long curly hair ran up to him and said, "Hey guy, vote Steve Montgomery for senior class president, see. She kept saying as she kept shoving a poster in front of the camera. Yeah, I got it," Andrew kept saying as he was trying to run away from her. "This is the hallway where my locker is," Andrew said, narrating to his camera. Then someone snatched his camera away from him. "What is this?" the boy who snatched the camera asked. Then Andrew felt someone grab him in a headlock. "Hey Sean, point the camera over here." "Let me go, Wayne," Andrew said. "But you're on the film, man." Then Wayne started slapping him and asking if he was going to cry. Andrew did his best to hide his face from the camera. Then Wayne pushed Andrew away. Then Andrew shouted, "Come on guys, give it back." Then Wayne took the camera from Sean and said, "Oh, you want this? Piece of shit from 2004? Okay, here, in one piece." Then he placed it on the ground and kicked it towards Andrew as it slammed into a locker. "Assholes," Andrew mumbled. Andrew picked up the camera to see if there was any damage. Luckily the camera appeared to be fine. Those two were Wayne and Sean. They make my school life miserable on a regular basis. Andrew rubbed his forehead in frustration, looked into his camera and said, "At school and at home, this is my life, every day."
Well, hope you guys enjoyed chapter 1. To be honest, this one and chapter 2 is honestly just establishing both of these characters very well. At least I hope I'm doing well. Fleshing out Andrew and Carrie and what their lives are like. If you like what you heard, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. And this is not the end. There will be other parts to this. Hope you're enjoying, because there will be more coming your way. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and say bye bye.